Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be the fifth video of the series where we are going to study about a really important topic, that is async and await. So we are going to study what does this mean, how do they benefits us, what is their link with the promises and all that. So let's start. Firstly, I have a task for you. So this is a function, right? So what do you think the output will be? Go and pause the video and write your answers in the comment. What do you think the answer will be, and with the reason that why this would be the answer, right? Okay, so most of the developers think that the answer will be that user loaded will be printed first, right? And then the finished part. Reason being that there is an await, that means the programs will wait till this call is being completed, right? So most users or developers think that the firstly the user loaded will be printed and then the finished, right? But this is not true. Firstly the finished will be completed, written in the log, and then will be the user loaded. So why doesn't await stops the working of the code? So all of this we need to understand, and so let's start the video. So in the previous video where we understand promises, we understand one thing, that this was suppose a code, right? So this code is much better than the callback hell, right? Where we used to write suppose get user and then get tokens something, and then something else get function, and then this. So this one is much better than that, right? So this one is much better than that. But there is still, when your program gets longer, when you are building for production, when your things get a lot more bigger, then there is still a lot of scope for mishandling of things, like dot then is not placed correctly, then there will be dot catch is not working properly, right? Because the code looks messier, right? So JavaScript has introduced the concept of async and await. So let's first understand what does that mean, and why things are better that way, and why that modern syntax is getting preferred all over, right? So whenever you write async, whenever you write something as async function, async get user, right? So whenever you write this, it simply means that async functions return a promise. Whenever JavaScript encounter with the word async, it means promise. It is going to return a promise. That's it. So even if you return something plain, right? So some example, if you return uh, async get user, right? Async get user, and maybe something return like return hello, right? So this still will return a promise. So what will that look like? It will look something like promise dot resolve hello. It would look something like this. So whenever the code encounters an async, it is going to resolve it, it is going to return a promise, and this is how it is going to be in the JavaScript. Our JavaScript is going to parse it like this, right? So when you are writing this, then after that we will write await call. We'll have a call with something like get user function, right? And maybe it is calling users, anything like that, right? So most of the people think that the await is going to stop the whole JavaScript functionality, right? But that is not true. What await does is await only stops the working of that particular async function and not the whole JavaScript code, right? So what it will fetch, like, so it was suppose we have a async function, and inside we have await maybe fetch users, right? So this async function is going to stop working till the value of this is fetched, not the whole JavaScript. That is the reason that when it encounters an await here, it doesn't stop. When the get user is, firstly the get user is called, it comes inside this, then it encounters an await function right here. So async function this async functions is stopped, like it will stop till the value is fetched, but not the whole JavaScript. That's why finished is written. It is the synchronous part. It is going to write the finished and then wait for the await to finish it function, right? So this is the thing that we use await and async. It is much more cleaner and better, right? So for and people also, there is a question, is await async faster? Await async faster? Answer is no. Async await is just a syntax. It doesn't have anything related to fast or slow. At the background, the thing that is still working is promises only. This is just to make the code look better and cleaner and almost as similar as synchronous functions, right? So if we do error handling, so suppose, let me tell you why I say so it's better. So we can write just something like this: await fetch users, await fetch users, and catch block. Simple. No dot then and dot that dot catch and everything like that, right? So it makes your code much better to read. It is a better syntax there. It makes error handling easy. And async, as I said, return promises. Await stops the whole function of that async function only, not the whole JavaScript. So this is why we use await and async, and this is how the code functions. So it will simply go to get user is getting called, then it will come here, it will see await is there, it will stop the function of this get user, finished is printed, then when the result is fetched, it will print user loaded. Simple as that. That is straightforward. So thank you so much for watching the video, and this is the async await. I hope you like the video, and if you have any questions, do write in the comments, and let's see you in the next part. Thank you.